from the West and not being so familiar with Mahabharata, my question is, did Mahabharata really happen, or is it just a story?
The ancient books that you find in this country have been categorized as three different categories: the Vedas, the Puranas and Itihas. Vedas are about abstract ideas. Puranas are stories of beings who are not human, about otherworldly people. Shiva's story is called Shiva Purana, not Shiva Itihas. This is very significant. We clearly say Shiva Purana, but we do not say Krishna Purana. No, Krishna Avatara, that means it happened. I've already gone through this, but anyway. So when we tell a story, in the West, if you talk about history, you're talking about somebody, let's say 2000 years ago. The nature of the Western intellect is to analyze this, try to get the facts of his life as much as possible and present it as facts and analysis. 5,000 years ago, whether somebody lived or did not live does not make any difference in your life, isn't it? Whether Jesus existed or not does not make any difference in your life. Whether that dimension or that quality we refer to as Jesus exists in your life or not is what makes the difference, isn't it? So, when history is written in this country, it is written in such a way that it will always be relevant for people. The story or the events did happen, but it is said in such a way that it is not simply a factual analysis, but a live process where even after 1,000 years, if human beings read the story, it still means something to them because it is written in that context. Because his story is not important for me, my story is important for me in this life. And I want to enrich my story with his story. I don't want to burden myself with his story. History is a burden, isn't it? See, there are many historical facts in Europe. You come from Europe or America? Huh? America. So, there are many historical facts in America and in Europe which you do everything possible to hide in your history books. Yes or no? It comes out in small pieces in Hollywood movies, but the history books in America and in Europe do everything possible to hide because this is the ugliness of humanity. It is best it is hidden in many ways, but at the same time people who suffered want to keep it up because it is said as simply facts and analysis. If the same thing was said in the fashion in which Mahabharata is said, everybody should know that story so that we don't repeat those mistakes once again. So instead of carrying history as a burden on your head, you carry history as a solution in your life. That is Mahabharata. We are carrying this 5,000 year history like a solution to our lives. What says at the beginning of Mahabharata is, what is in this book could be everywhere, but what is not in this book is nowhere. Everything that a human being can go through is here in some form. It's for you to glean it out of the story, for you to grow out of the story. If you go through the story like a live process, you will become like Yudhishthira in the end, clean of all these things. If you think it is somebody else's story, sit here and analyze, is Arjuna a good guy or a bad guy, is Duryodhana a good guy or a bad guy? Unfortunately, this is so badly infected human mind today, you cannot sit here not judging anybody. Even if the man died long ago and liberated you from him, he died 5,000 years ago, but you have to pass your judgment on him. This is your arrogance. This will be your downfall. That is what the last part of the story is saying. Somebody is saying, oh, I saved all these people. No, not you. It is a consequence of so many things. So don't sit here, waste your life trying to analyze people who lived here 5,000 years ago. It's just waste of time and life. We want to see how his story can enhance my story. This is Mahabharata. It is the way it is rendered which is different. Is it historically did happen? Yes, it did happen. There are places, there are events, there are buildings still. There are still certain buildings. We're still fighting over it. Yes. Before this story of Krishna being born, when Rama was there, the building, we are still fighting on that. Recently the the High Court of a certain state passed an order saying, yes, it was there and Rama was born here. And there are books in certain families which maintain lineages, and they say, I happened to meet somebody in Rajasthan, so they opened this one parchment book and they're showing, see here it is written, we are the 333rd generation in the Suryavamshis. So Rama was some 9,000 years ago, according to our book. We are here living as Suryavamshis even today. We belong to his lineage, we maintain the blood relationship. So the story definitely happened. But the way it is rendered, it's rendered in such a brilliant way so that it will always be relevant. It will not become ancient history and we are not interested in reading. It will always be relevant. You will see in the next probably 20-30 years, Mahabharata will become very popular across the world. You watch it, I'm telling you this.